This is the NSL Season 3 kickoff match, Saunamen versus Legendary Snails. Round 1 here on a map called Summit. Sauna playing as Marines first. They are going to start over here in Data Core. Legendary Snails starting as aliens over here in Flight Control. And here we go, spilling out 3-2 split for Saunamen versus a southern split here for Snails, while one going to the north.
Yeah, the French players looks like they want to scout first where the Marines are, and they're starting over with 3-man pressure, ignoring completely the north side, which is interesting, because if you go 3-1-1, one side is always pretty vulnerable to attack, which is not the case on ventilation. Just trying to make sure there was no scout coming, and the base is open, basically, in Glass Hole right now.
And we're seeing these Marines just set up the resource harvester here in Crossroads, moving off into Summit Reception, one going down into Computer Lab where he's going to meet Heracles, who's building up a little bit of a clog wall there as a Gorge. We're seeing a little bit of Gorge spit to try to get him away as Tane comes around the corner, and it looks like Heracles doesn't look like this is going to be really good, but he's going to be backing up by King Yo and backed up by the rest of the Snails as they come through to Tane here in Flight Control.
Already here, lots of scouts done. I really like the opening by Saunamen. There was a lot of metagaming in there, really taunting this kind of 3-man pressure and then going back. But right now the French got the situation now under control. I think just 2 Marines left. The whole alien team is in the hive. They should be clearing it out right now. And here we go, engaging, beat down. Just Llama getting swamped.
Wow! And Llama still pistoling down King Yo and Ray during that engagement before going down. Great shooting there. I love the tracking of these guys. Guys, this is Premier Division. These are the top teams here in the NSL duking it out right now. We see the Cis Chain moving into Crevice right now. That's going to get built. And they're moving right back into Crossroads.
So a lot of interesting strategies I see here with Saunamen. Just using the initial insta pressure by just ignoring the capping on one side. Now they're up to 4 RTs, which is pretty okay, and they're really delayed this harvesting crevice quite a long time. Next person coming in, Tate and V checking it again if the harvest has dropped. But good job, Diborai is not overly committing into that, so they're still safe on one harvester.
We see Llama and Dames dancing it around in some access, and he actually does get him down with his pistol as Dames was trying to use that pillar as a little bit of a defense there. Ray now coming up against Tane, and we in Summit Reception. Tane doesn't let him go by. Heracles coming around the corner with the Gorge, trying to Gorge spit them down as they come through into the room. Tane overextends a bit, but takes down Heracles as he gets taken down. Wee is alone as he comes through here, taking down Rios. These aliens are really trying to get him down, and Wee ends up going down there in Flight Control.
Yeah, there was a lot of aggressive moves here into the hive. Not quite sure if it was a good idea to actually overcommit. I think Tane just wanted to kill the Gorge, and that was the moment they committed in here. And now the map is open for a little bit of respite, and we have 1 Marine, Leper and Crevice right now, holding off that side of the map. Valde and Crossroads, nice zoning and splitting by the Marines. Basically, everywhere you look, there's a Marine. Just holding off everything, and on ventilation, Darbs is trying his best to bite down a few of those extractors.
See a push here against Valde in Crossroads. Wee coming around the corner. It looks like he's going to be a little late, but no! Valde does not need his help as he pistols down Eagle Eye, and Rios gets taken out by Wee. King Yo now streaming in a little bit late, takes down Wee, leaving Valde alone here. You know, like you said, Blind, I really like the positioning right now that what Saunamen is doing to the Snails. If you look at the map right now, guys, they have basically pinned the Snails into Flight Control, and they're not letting them out. Look, Phase Gate going down here in Crossroads being built. This is a very strong position on this map for the Marines to get. It gives them so much access to almost all of the map. Lurk now out on the field in the form of Ray.
Yeah, that's right. So single lurk strat here by Snails, and yeah, this phase gate, a lot of teams really prefer earlier phase gates. I mean, before both of those teams preferred weapon 1, armor 1, shotguns, and then into phase gates. Now we see that metagame switch going into faster phase gates, and I think it's a smart move. Most of the teams experience that really, if you utilize those phase gates correctly, they are damn powerful.
We see Dames in the main Marine base, forcing the commander out of the chair. He got the phase gate down to 37% as these guys now Snails stream into Crossroads. Rios, Ray, and King Yo on this phase gate. I don't think they're going to be able to actually save this.
No, it's down.
Great job. That was a nice win for the Snails. Economy-wise, we're looking at 4 extractors, 4 Saunamen versus 2 for the Snails.
Yeah,
Weapons 1 is done.
Which is kind of okay for both teams right now. It really comes down to the position in Crossroads. They won't be able to deny it. Just going at 1 Lurk and 1 Skulk was 3 Marines. Nice shot by Dams taking out one of those Marines, but it won't be enough. The phase gate will go up right now, and the positioning's back. Marines can come back in here. Valdez phasing in as well. So this is going to be really tricky for the Snails to get a 3rd Harvester up in Crevice. With that phase gate positioning, it can keep up the double pressure attacks to Complat and Crevice.
Yeah, I completely, and keep, like, cutting them off. I mean, the worst as a, you know, what I hate as an alien commander is my sys chain always getting cut, and I feel like I'm just stuck. I feel like I just can't move out of my base because my infestation, I can't spread it anywhere. We, Lipa, and Tane in computer lab right outside flight control. They're going to start sniping down this Harvester here in comp lab as Rios and Heracles moves into Crossroads.
Oh, I really like that move by Valde. You could see how he was hiding and just waiting for the Skulks to chew off so he could get some easy shots, easy kills. 2 Skulks down. Leggett taking a lot of damage.
Finally. He lived forever. That was some great health pack dropping from the commander on Saunamen's side.
Yeah, Bahopanuli, really nice. I mean, all of those commanders are top-notch in dropping those med packs and hitting them on the Marine.
This is really good. Shotguns are now halfway done. Weapons 1, Armor 1, Phase Gates are the upgrades for Saunamen. Meanwhile, the Snails on the alien side went Shift High first. They do have 3 Spurs down, which is going to give 100% effectiveness of those upgrades.
I'm just looking at a Res Bittencraft, which means only 2 RTs going down in almost a 7-minute mark. So really the French need to keep up the rest button. We see reactor core ventilation are finally going down. Some Skulks did manage to get a way bit behind those phase gates or enemy lines, and this is really needed. And they should have done this way before. I mean, we've seen a lot of 1v2 engagements or 1v1 engagements, really aggressive skulking, but the problem is they're gonna lose the rest war if they keep doing so. They have to kill those extractors.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, you're looking at the map right now. They were at 2 since the 1-minute mark, all the way to 6.
Oh, Beacon?
Beacon.
Ah, for a phase gate cross for 1 Skulk.
So they beacon all the way to get through the phase gate.
Honestly, I think this was a misclick. I'm not quite sure if that was
a misclick in the Premier Division? No! I will not allow that.
It was only 1 Skulk, but okay, you don't know as a commander how many Skulks. I mean, you can observe the HP of the phase gate dropping down, just make an estimation, but I think this is the kind of better safe than sorry call by Hopsu.
Tane and Wee moving into flight control right now. Heracles, Ray, Rios, and Eagle Eye trying to deal with that mess as they fall back into Comp Lab. They did lose that Comp Lab RT. I mean, you see in the Snails, they only have the Crevice Harvester right now growing, and they have their main one in their main base. So, again, this is a resource game, and we're seeing here that look at how much resources Saunamen has been able to hold on to and collect as well. I mean, if we look at this graph here, team resources 323 to 129, team kills as well. Saunamen really putting the pressure there with winning most of the engagements. Ray and Eagle Eye on that phase gate here in Crossroads as it just goes down.
Yeah, Lepe coming a little bit too late to save the day. 3 Marines were out of position in Complet. I think Hopsu might prepare for a double phase gate, 1 in Cross and 1 in Complet, which is pretty strong. So you just need 1 Marine in the north and the rest can defend and keep the pressure up on the same time.
And that would be a nightmare for Snails if they actually allow that to happen. You know what I'm loving about Saunamen with this Harvester and their economy being, like, Legendary Snails' economy has been destroyed throughout this game. They have really pushed back the fades coming out on the field. I mean, if we look at the personal res, the personal resource for the Legendary Snails team, 34, you know, 20, 34, 6, 34, 1, 34. So those 3 fades at 34, they need 40 personal res to get those fades out on the field, and we're already past the 9-minute mark.
Yeah, and the other question is, are they saving up for honors or would they go all 3 fades? Because right now, with the current patches, it became more viable to save for honors, but I think the French are confident.
They can get those fades out on the field. I mean, by the time they hit those fades, I mean, look at Sauna. They're at weapons 2, shotguns, armor 1. Nano shield now being researched. Nano shield, the commander can drop onto a Marine on the field. And it basically reduces a lot of damage taken.
Watching Kinyo dance with Waldo around ventilation, and oh my god, using random. That extractor actually went down. Amazing job by the French Skull.
Great job there by Valde. Fight happening now here in Crevice. Looks like Ray is not going to be able to do anything with that lurk. He hasn't been able to really move that and utilize it well. We're seeing that the Harvester here in Crevice is almost out. Sauna, I mean, they are giving some payback to the Snails for, I think, the incident in Telford. They are so pumped right now to give it back to them.
Unfortunately, in this game, there's not this kind of prize money they lost.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
the French can still be happy. But yeah, this is a kind of payback. I mean, they really have full control over this match right now. It's just up to the Fates. As soon as the Fates pop, that is the only moment when the Snails can maybe turn around this game. But right now, this is heavily in favor for the Finns.
Well, we're seeing now Saunamen has secured now 6 resource towers across the map. Kane fighting alone there in Summit, takes down Dames and takes down King Yo. Wow, I mean, these fights are just really going in favor of Saunamen. They are winning almost every engagement here. Ray trying to do his best as that lurk in the main hive. They end up taking down those 2 Marines. 2 more blueprints down, 4 extractors for Saunamen. They are now at 7 resource towers. They have so much money right now versus Snails, just 1 extractor.
That's a lot of med packs and nano shields. We see more nanos coming down crossroads, but yeah, 3 Skarks and a lurk. With the face get on all the health. Nice job here, Llama. Saving the day. They have to pull out.
So now you can see this map is completely owned by Saunamen. I mean, they have really put the Snails back in flight control, and now the vice is just going to close slowly. Look at this. Valde, Lipa, Llama, all streaming through into flight control right now.
It's just 1 Skark in ventilation. The only thing they can do is force a beacon, but yeah. And I think they can close the game here. 4 shotgunners in here is the shotgunners, except for we.
I mean, they have Dames there and Datacore. He's going to force Hopsu out of there.
No, V is facing back. He got this.
Okay.
Or should have this. Yeah.
See now Llama and Valde here in flight. The thing is, too, is while these Marines are here in flight doing that, I mean, yeah, if you pop the commander out of the chair, I mean, there goes all the support, right? There goes the health pack drops, there goes the nano shields, so you don't want to do that at such a crucial time.
Yeah. Quite true, but on the other hand, I mean, it was kind of a desperate move. They saw 4 Marines are in the hive. The best chance to work on the base is when all the Marines are in flight control. But, yeah, I mean, they lost the rest game, and from here, the Fates, look at that, 38 resources. They even need 2 more PRS to get Fates up, and by that time,
look,
yeah.
They have no Harvesters!
Yeah, that's the problem.
They have no Harvesters. And just so you guys know, even when you have no Harvesters, you do still gain res, but it's extremely slow. So you can't be res locked, so to speak. At least not anymore.
Yeah, which was some previous builds. I mean, it was some kind of funny game endings when the alien commander didn't really watch the res in the last harvester, just went down and oops, res locked.
Alright, and now we're seeing these guys all here in flight control. Tane taking down King Yo, Heracles taking down an extractor somewhere on the map, and this is just getting destroyed. I mean, legendary Snails. Wow!
Yeah, they will not allow any more resources for PRS, so basically that means no more Fates, and this is, I think, a good time to call GG and just go into the next game and just give the same medicine to Saunamen on this map.
See now, Tane taking down King Yo, and they are wailing here. These are the spurs which allow the upgrades. These are being taken out one by one. Oh, they're just all over the place right now.
Yeah.
I think they have 0 eggs. So the Legendary Snails has 2 eggs now out on the field. If they can find those, they can egg lock the Snails. One Snails has already dropped. So we're seeing them drop. So this is GG. Wow, what a strong Marine game from Saunamen. And Saunamen wins that round 1 in this matchup.